Good morning. A little chilly. It was pretty windy last night. I had about 10 people at the campsite. And today we got like 5 miles till the first water source. I think we're hitting a couple of water sources today. I can't remember. Or no, maybe I think there's just one. One water source and a long water carry. But I'm gonna try to get like, I don't know, today could be like a 26-mile day. We'll see though. I don't know if I can make it that far. There's supposed to be some kind of reroute or something that adds a couple of miles to the trail, but I don't know exactly where that is. Anyway, I think we're gonna be up in the mountains all day, which is kind of nice, like around 6,000 feet. And hopefully we'll be getting off of this dirt trail that we're following here pretty soon. Finally going back in the woods. Yeah, that was about 5 miles of road walk. Should be getting pretty close to the water source. Golden Oaks Spring. Should be just within a quarter mile or so from here. Getting some good views of distant mountain ranges. I'm in and out of the spring already. There's a bunch of people there. There's kind of a slow trickle of a stream going into a big trough. The trough was pretty algae filled, but I just scooped out of that and filled up some liters. So I got 3 liters of water. Next water source is something like Bird Spring something. And it's like a little over 20 miles, I think, from here. So we should be good to get that distance. So I just hit a part where you can tell the trail like hooks around through another switchback and goes that way, and there's a trail sign there. But there's a huge blockage of all the sticks, so that usually tells you not to go that way. So double checking on the Far Out app. The Far Out app is current to where the red line continues this way, the path less traveled. This has got to be the start of the reroute diversion, but I don't know what for, and there's no other like obvious markers within the apps that tell you this is the start of the trail diversion. So it's really confusing. But anyway, I think this is the right way to go. Looks like I'm rejoining with the main trail again. That was really short. I don't know what the purpose of that was. Scenery sure is getting a lot better. A lot better than just desert wasteland. got down with a little sit-down break. Got just enough cell service out here where I was able to book motel reservations in Ridgecrest for a few days from now, whenever I'm expecting to get in there. But it's within walking distance of a Walmart, so I think that'll be good. It'll just be the longest hitch I'll have to do to get into there, but it's probably the main place where everybody else is trying to get into, so there's probably a steady flow of hikers going to be flowing in and out of that town, I would imagine. Just stopped for a break. We got 15 miles by noon, so that's pretty good. Water source is 8.5 miles from here, and that's where I'd like to stop for the day. If my feet will let me go that much further. It's noon and there's only 8.5 more miles. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I've already got 15 on my feet, which is a lot. So I may make it that far. I may stop a few miles before. We'll see. I'll keep going though. There's another broken tower, just like the one we saw before the I-10 crossing. Only slightly a hazard in the way. Nice little valley ahead down there. I know this probably doesn't look like it, but there's some steep uphills today. It'll just pop up for like a mile, very steep. Then it mellows out, a little bit of a downhill. Then it pops up again for a really steep uphill. Just a number of these today. Yay for pine forests. This is my happy place. There's looking back. I've been going through a lot of downed trees all of a sudden. Nothing too impassable. Just makes it a little fun. It's just a really jumbly area, mess of trees. Well, now I think I've gone through more blowdowns in the last mile than the last 600 miles combined. This whole stretch is just blowdowns. Every 5 feet, another tree to walk over. I had a burst of energy from somewhere and was running for a good bit. We still got 3 miles to go to next water source. I think I can do that today. We'll make that the destination. We got some more downhill, then another steep uphill, and then we're there. 600 miles. And about a mile left, a steep uphill, and then it levels out for a mile, and then we're there. We made it. Robin Bird Spring, just a 0.1 down here. This is gonna be home for the night. There should be some decent number of tenting options. Well, this is where I'm gonna stay. No other tent set up yet. Did 24 miles before 4 o'clock. That's pretty dang good. Just right next to the spring over here. And it's flowing good. Well, I got the tent and everything set up. Just finished dinner. And we got cell service at this spot too, so that's kind of a rare commodity out here. And it's also pretty nice finally getting to not dry camp and sit at a place with water, so I think I'm gonna just close out this video, start getting this one all edited and finished up. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Morning. We're back to cold nights, like back into upper 30s. But had a decent night's sleep last night, all things considered. I think my sleeping pad has got a hole in it. I'm gonna have to test it out in a bathtub or something and see if I can find a leak. Very slow leak if it does have one, which it probably does, but usually I have to inflate it like once a night because of the extreme temperature change. The air inside the sleeping bag condenses and just naturally sags and stuff, so you get to fill it up like once during the night, but I had to fill it up like 3 times the last couple days. So I think it definitely is very, very slow leak, where it takes like 3 to 4 hours before it gets a little too saggy. Anyway, there's a little more water this stretch, I think, today. There's a decent water source like 6 miles in, and then it's supposed to be a pretty reliable water cache. I always think it's cool, right, when you can see where the sun line is at. We're gonna be walking right into it. It's just about to peek over the hills. It's cool scenery in this area, but I am in like a low depression and all the cold air is down here, and it is really, really cold right here. Here's our exit for the first water source. It's a little dusty because a car just went by. And what is this? Trail Magic, food, coffee, Landers Camp. I hope that's accurate. I really do. We were gonna go down here anyway for some water. But yeah, point 2 down here is the first good water source for the day. And then we'll do second breakfast and drink lots of water. And then 7 miles down from here is a reliable water cache at Kelso Road. So that'll be the next water for the day. There's the water source. It's looking awesome. I couldn't tell if there's like a Trail Magic display going on, but there's some people hanging around, so I'll just go ask around and see if anybody's doing anything this morning. Found the Trail Magic. We got a bunch of snacks. We got coffee. So I'm gonna load up some stuff and just enjoy. But there's a big group of people. I was talking to one of these guys. He says it's a whole Alcoholics Anonymous type of group. So they're all celebrating being sober and just being out in the woods. So that's pretty cool. Good group of people here. Well, this is a pretty good time. I got coffee. I got butter cookies. I just had a banana. We got breakfast burritos are cooking on the fire. And we got a good group of hikers that have camped here that are enjoying it, and a whole bunch more that are piling in. This is yours? Well appreciated Trail Magic.
That's your trail name. That's a good one. I like that.
And we're back on trail. It's always hard to get ripped away from some Trail Magic. It's definitely more rare out here than on the AT or something else. But that was awesome. I guess it is the weekend, and I think he's the guy doing the Trail Magic was just going to be up here all weekend. So he's doing breakfasts and lunches and dinners and stuff, and just cooking for the hikers all day long. I'm still right in the midst of the huge bubble that was doing the full moon hike out of Hikertown, so he was saying like more hikers have been pouring in than like he's seen the last like 2 days. As I work my way over a huge log. Okay. But that was awesome. Beautiful morning, beautiful pine forest. It was such a great spot to just, you could easily just sit there all day by the campfire, just snacking on snacks, just enjoying each other's company and stuff, but you always got to keep moving. So just enjoy it while it lasts. And today has been awesome. Easy trail. There's really not any ups or downs. Very nice and smooth. Beautiful scenery with these large boulders and stuff scattered through the pine forest. Finally at the point where it's like warming up. It was chilly this morning. But what a lovely day. Lovely day to be out in the woods. So the next target from here was like 7 miles or so was the Kelso Road water cache. Extremely reliable from the information we gather. And it looks like as of late, there's about 1,000 liters there. So I think it'll be good for a little while. I'm now in the 4.5 mile descent all the way down to the Kelso Road water cache. Made it to the Kelso Road water cache. Tons of water here. I'm gonna load up here and take a look at how much further and stuff I got to go. We're done with the water cache, all filled up. Next water source from here is another cache, which is 15 miles away. We're gonna be hitting that up tomorrow. We only got 7.5 left for today to a Tentsite. And we got like 2 miles more downhill and then 2 miles of uphill. And then I think it's pretty flat and level for the last few miles. I've caught this guy in a private moment. He's currently pooping. Well, we are definitely back in the desolate wasteland of the desert. Without these water caches, it'd be something like 40 miles in between water sources. And also, I think this is the first day without hurricane force winds. Done with the rest of the downhill. Now we got a 2 mile uphill. Kind of very miserable right now. It's 100 degrees. I'm going uphill, moderately steep. Loose, shifty sand under my feet. There's no shade. Just a few hours ago, it was so cold my fingers were numb. There's like 2 temperatures out here. Freezing and 100 degrees. Nothing in between. I've been trying to catch one of these lizards on film. They've got a really cool leopard looking pattern, but they're always super fast and they scurry away. I'm gonna slowly get closer to them. Now he's gonna keep running off. Oh well. This has kind of been an unpleasant, grueling climb. It's leveled off some, so I think we're near the top, but Just the heat of the day and the loose, shifty sand underfoot. It just sucks. You can kind of see the trail cut through the mountain there. There's where we're all headed. Crossing Dove Spring Canyon Road. Picnic table here. I'm definitely due for a break. I'll find a shady spot. There's a nice overlook here. And I think from here we're like a mile and a half or so to my intended campsite for the end of the day. Back on trail after a nice long break. This is looking out east. Inyo Kern and Ridge Crest and stuff is out that way, somewhere beyond the hills. You can't see it yet. But we'll be trying to hitch into Ridge Crest in about 2 days. Got one more long day hiking, and then a Nero into Walker Pass. But we got just a little bit further, and we'll be looking for a site to be done for the day. Well, it is a weekend. I guess that's the only thing to do for fun around here is to drive the back roads in the desert. Well, I think this will be camp for the night. Tucked in just behind the Joshua trees a little bit. Light breeze, not too windy. Trail's just up there, I don't know, 50 feet. I'll probably be alone for tonight. If someone's desperate, they could try to squeeze in here, but this will be nice. I'd much rather camp by myself than with a group of some people around. I think I'm just gonna get settled in and get dinner going. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today. It was a pretty extreme difference in terrain and temperatures that we experienced. This morning was beautiful pine forest, super cold. And then all this afternoon, it suddenly switched to a super hot, sandy desert. But we had some really nice trail magic this morning, so that was awesome. And tomorrow we got one more 20-mile day, and then we are Neroing into Ridgecrest the next. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.